Hey guys, IcyGrey here, and this is going to be my Xbox 360 collection part 5. So if you haven't seen the others, I suggest you check them out first. There'll be a link in the description for part 1, and you can use annotations to get between the other videos. Today's video covers quite a few games, but it's going to be quite short because I haven't really played most of them, so I don't have too much to talk about, unfortunately. So you might prefer that it's going to be a shorter video, I don't know. And we've got a replacement, well, a friend for Neo. So in this video we've got Agent Smith, also from the Matrix Prop Vinyl series, which I got for my birthday, which was on Tuesday. And now I can start collecting the others. There's just Morpheus and Trinity left to get for the Matrix Prop Vinyls. But it's a bit of a change from just having Neo in all my videos. So let's get straight into this then. And first up we have F.E.A.R, or the First Assault First Encounter Assault Recon, sorry. And unfortunately this is a game I haven't played. Two reasons: because I haven't got round to it, and because I'm a big scaredy cat and I don't like scary games. You might remember from the episode where I was talking about Dead Space. I'm not good with horror games at all, or horror films for that matter. And I have heard that it can be a bit jumpy, but it was made in 2006, so you know, the start of the generation is 10 years old. So it could be nowadays that the horror isn't so good, but I've heard a lot of good things about F.E.A.R and the F.E.A.R series. I just haven't got around to playing them. Similarly then, I haven't played F.E.A.R 2 because I haven't played F.E.A.R 1, and I like to go in order. I say that, but there are some like Mass Effect and things where I've started with the third game. But for F.E.A.R and things, I will go in the right order. I just, like I said, haven't had time, so at the moment they're fillers, and they were pretty cheap when I picked them up, so they're alright to just sit there. Now we've got a load of games here, which is why I say we've got a load of games, but obviously I'm not going to talk through all of them, and I don't have gameplay for all of them, because there's no point, but it is the FIFA series, so I go from 06 to 14, and I go through them quickly now, but the gameplay you'll be seeing is FIFA 06 Road to the FIFA World Cup, just because that's the gameplay I already have recorded, and that's because this is an Easy 1000G, so there'll be a link in the description to the Easy 1000G video for this, so if you're interested in getting an Easy 1000G for this game, you can go check it out. But otherwise, we just have all the FIFA games then, so we've got FIFA 06, then we have FIFA 07, and then moving on, obviously we have FIFA 08, still with Wayne Rooney and Ronaldinho on the covers, and again with FIFA 09, still Wayne Rooney and Ronaldinho. FIFA 10, we have Lampard and someone else joining him. I don't know, I'm not very good with football at all. So we have Wayne Rooney and Frank Lampard and some mysterious person. If you know who that is, let me know in the comments below. Here, again, Wayne Rooney, someone else, no idea who that is. I can tell you it looks like, I don't know, no idea. Similarly again, Wayne Rooney, someone from Arsenal, no idea who these people are, don't judge, I just buy them because they're cheap, they're like 50p each. Then we have the start of the Messis, so of course I know who that is, and then is that Joe Hart there, I don't know, FIFA 13, you've got then FIFA 14, again with Messi, and that looks like the Welsh player Christian Bale. And that's it for FIFA. I was going to go with FIFA 15 then, but I don't actually have it. Similarly with 16 and 17 that's coming out soon, I won't have them until they're, you know, a couple pounds each. So not for a few years yet. So moving on, another Easy 1000G that will be up in my series later. We have Fight Night Round 3. So this is just your typical boxing game. And it's quite easy to get to grips with, but it's quite hard to master. You know, you've got to use the analog stick for your punching combos, so you've got your jab, your hooks and everything, your uppercuts and etc. So it can be quite hard to get to grips with, you know, with the blocking and the dodging, but it is okay. And well, I actually lose, I think, in the gameplay that I show, but I make up for it in Fight Night Round 4, where I actually win as Muhammad Ali versus Mike Tyson. So Fight Night Round 4, just it's a bit improved. You've got some new boxes, I think, inside the game, added even. You've got online, I don't know if there's online for Fight Night Round 3, and you've got updated graphics and everything that just comes with a game being released afterwards. Next up, Final Fantasy 13. Now, a lot of people don't like this game and the Final Fantasy 13 series, but I think I've only played this one and I've nearly completed it. But I think it's pretty good. It's okay. It's nowhere near as good as the old, PlayStation 1 Final Fantasy 7 and 8 and things. But what can you expect? It's a linear. It's good. The only thing that I've got against it, which is why I haven't gone into Final Fantasy 13 2 yet, is that I can't actually finish it at the moment because I am under-leveled. So the boss and everything is a much higher level than I am. So I've got to the penultimate level without actually being at the recommended level, which means I can't actually do it at the moment, which is a bit unfortunate. So next up we have Formula 1 2010, and I'm not a massive fan of Formula 1, but my dad watches it when it's on, so that's like fortnightly or what have you, and keeps up to date with it, so I know what's going on with it. The Formula 1 games are actually pretty good, pretty standard. I think these were probably one of the first games to actually have the different driving difficulties or assists. Don't quote me on that, but it's one of the first games I remember to have them on, because Formula 1 driving is actually pretty difficult, believe it or not. So this is Formula 1 2011 as well, by the way, and to have those assists is pretty helpful. So there's your braking assist and everything, because otherwise it's just really hard to play. So I admit I do use assists, so in the gameplay you'll see that I have assists on. I don't have that many, I just have the driving line and I think something else, but that's about it. Another racing series, Forza. I was going to say Formula 1 then, I just messed up. Forza, there we go. So this is Forza Motorsport 3, and this is probably one of the best racing series there are. I will be doing a top 10 racing games at some point, or racing series, because Forza covers a lot of games and I don't want to use the same games all the time. But Forza is just absolutely amazing. I'm a big fan of Forza, so I do have Forza Motorsport 3, which I got first of all, which kind of got me into racing games, as it were, apart from obviously Formula 1, but street racing versus Formula 1 is a bit different. Then I have Forza 4, which I picked up recently, haven't played too much of. It just builds upon what Formula 3 sets out. I said Formula again. Forza 3 sets out. You got some, improved graphics, different cars, different maps, a better career. But the best of them, Forza Horizon. I don't have Forza Horizon 2, unfortunately, because that is a bit out of my price range at the moment. So I'm going to wait for it to drop down a bit, which should happen in the next couple of months. But absolutely love this game. One of the first open world or open road games that I completed. I know I've mentioned them before in like Burnout Paradise, but this was just absolutely amazing, and I fell in love with this and just played it all the way through before uni. So I was trying to rush as many achievements as I could last year, I think, and I got most of them, apart from because I don't have the DLC, so I can't get all of them. But I got most of them, and it's just a really good game. So next up after Forza Horizon, then we have Fracture. Now Fracture is a third-person shooter, and it's a bit different. You have the ability to manipulate the world, as it were, so you can lower terrain or you can raise terrain, which means that you can do some combos with things like knocking enemies into stuff, and it just means that you can travel across the game map in a different way. For example, if you can't reach something, you can just keep raising the earth until you can, and there's physics as well, so you can make like seesaws and stuff and knock things off and things, which is quite interesting, but it's quite dated now as well, so the graphics aren't too good, and it's not something too raved about. It is done by LucasArts, which is the same people that do Star Wars Force Unleashed and things, but it's not the best, and it's okay. It's okay. A game that isn't okay though is Fuzion Frenzy 2, but it makes up for that by being an easy 1000G if you have someone to do it with online. If you don't have anything to do online, so if you don't have no friends with any of this, then it's not going to be an easy 1000G. You might be able to get half the achievements, I think, so maybe about 500. Otherwise, you need someone online to boost them through with you, which is quite hard to find people to do, but there are forums and stuff. Basically, this is just a bunch of party mini games which are all really bad and really annoying to play and takes a while, but you know, for the achievements, it's worth it if you're an achievement hunter like I am. But yeah, I don't advise you to get that game otherwise. Next up, we have another series of games that I really should play and I haven't. It's Gears of War. I've played I think maybe a quarter of the original Gears of War here, and unfortunately I need a replacement case for this because it's a black one. It's a DVD case rather than an Xbox case. I know I'm a bit, you know, anal. I do like to have everything nice and perfect, so I need to get a case for this. But again, Gears of War is supposed to be one of the best series there are on Xbox 360, one of the best exclusives, and I haven't played them through properly. Gears of War 2 I have in a steelbook. It's a sticker there, but I can get that off. Unfortunately, it's not a full steelbook. It's like not Devil May Cry. Perfect Dark Zero was that one, or Bioshock, where you have the Xbox 360 and the live and the bit at the top, which to me kind of sucks. It'd be much better if it was just full, like the back is here. That might be a much better steelbook if I just open it up for you. And again, I've only just played this so I could show some gameplay, so I haven't actually played this. And similarly, I also have the steelbook for Gears of War 3, and again, unfortunately, this version does have the Xbox 360 and the live on the top, as well as the information on the back. It's much better when it's just plain on the back and this isn't on the top. And again, I've only just done the first mission to do some gameplay for you, because like I said, I like to go through order, so I will go through Gears of 1 first when I get around to it, then 2, then 3. Sorry, I just had some hiccups there. We're nearly done for this episode, guys. Like I said, it's going to be a short one today. Penultimately even, we have Generator Rex, which is a Cartoon Network. I don't know if it's actually a TV series, but it's a Cartoon Network game. And basically you're just like some kind of you're like a teenager, maybe young adult kind of thing, maybe 20 something, I don't know, but you have these like powers, or it says you're a teenager, so you're a superpowered teenager and you just like fight crime and things, which is, you know, kind of cool. But it's definitely a kids game, even though it says it's 12 here. It's definitely simple. It's definitely a kids game. In terms of difficulty, it's not particularly interesting, it's not particularly fun to play, but I just picked it up because it was cheap. And finally then today we have Grid, which I suck at Grid. I'm really actually okay. That came out bad. I'm good at racing games, but Grid I'm just absolutely terrible at, and I don't know why. I just can't seem to do the corners properly without just like drifting or spinning out. I don't know if I'm braking too late or what have you, but it seems okay from what I've played. I really like the fact that if your name is pre-built into the system, then they'll read it out to you, so it's like really good when it's welcome Jake and things. But otherwise I suck at this, but again, I haven't really played it too much, so I haven't got used to it. And that's it for today, guys. There'll be an Easy 1000G up on Monday. There'll be a top 10 on Wednesday, and obviously the next part of this will be on Friday, or if it was late like this week, it will be on the Saturday. So thanks for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed, leave a dislike if you didn't, and I'll see you next week for some more videos. So thank you.